David Jolly, I've been waiting to talk to you for a couple of days now, my friend, because I feel like Joe Biden is it's almost like that American president scene where he says, you know, I'm Andrew Shepard and I am the president. And Alexei makes such a good point on the poll question of who's handling of the pandemic do you approve of? Well, we haven't seen yet how Joe Biden would handle it, but we do know that he would marshal the resources of our scientific and medical and health community and not attack them on Twitter and troll them on 60 Minutes.
Yeah, it's very true. Look, you're seeing the contrast between a steady hand in Joe Biden and an erratic disruptor that has been unsuccessful in proving to the American people why erratic disruptive leadership is to their benefit. You know, Nicole, it's often overlooked in this moment, but Joe Biden is somebody who has been seeking the presidency for 32 years. He started in 1988 with an eye towards how he may govern this country. He tried again in 2008 and now in 2020, and very methodically came through a Democratic primary where, you know, he was left a little bit on the sideline as we were having this Democratic debate over some of the more progressive issues. When he emerged out of South Carolina, remarkably, he coalesced the Democratic Party. And to the party's credit, they decided to put aside some of the ideological debate within the party and focus on the main goal here, which was to defeat Trumpism on the national and the world stage. He is on the cusp of doing that. And I think what you're seeing now is what would a President Biden begin to look like? It's that stable, steady hand capable of governing a nation following on 4 years of chaos and erratic presidential behavior.
I mean, you just articulated, I think, the big story that some people like me sometimes miss when we're staring, as Steve Kornacki said, at names of counties and states that haven't come in yet. And I just want to stay on this for a second because everything you said is true. And if those of us who were so devastated by watching Donald Trump's disdain for the norms and traditions of the American presidency and the American political process, everyone who felt that way, by and large, cheered on Joe Biden, and he pulled it off. And as you said, he went 0 for 3 in the first 3 Democratic primaries. He was not where sort of the energy is on the left. The energy is around more progressive figures. But he put one foot in front of the other. None of those political setbacks, I think, compared to any of his personal tragedies. So they never seemed to derail him or that campaign. But you put your finger on, I think, what this story turns into once a result is known, and if it heads in the direction that, again, both campaigns seem to believe it's heading in with a Biden victory. How he governs in the way that he ran seems to be of national importance. What do you think sort of the civic obligation is when you think about just how difficult it was to break through this disinformation climate? Donald Trump's refusal to play fair, Donald Trump's refusal to participate in a debate in the way it's supposed to be held, and his ongoing efforts to now delegitimize Joe Biden's presidency should he come out on top this week.
Yeah, in many ways, it's remarkable Joe Biden has emerged in this moment, given the body politic, given the state of the two parties. He was very disciplined, but he also took some significant risk. Recall the first debate when he was challenged by Trump about the Bernie Sanders, Elizabeth Warren platform, and Biden said, "I am the Democratic Party." That would have sidelined a Democratic candidate perhaps in the past, but we saw Democratic unity. In the second debate, when he said, "I beat those guys," talking about his Democratic opponents, his unwillingness to flirt with packing the court. No, he's not going to defund the police. Those were risks for this president-elect, possibly President-elect Joe Biden, but it reflected how he intends to govern. And I think the big challenge now, 2 challenges. I think that the power couple, should everything hold right now, is going to be Mitch McConnell and Chuck Schumer. What can they agree upon to get through the Senate? Because Biden will have a friendly House to work with, but there will be a challenge in the Senate. And I would also say between now and should Joe Biden secure the electoral votes and face an inauguration, Nicole, there is one option left to Donald Trump, and it's the nuclear option that none of us really like to talk about. But right now, he kind of has a vote strategy that seems to be going against his way. He has a narrow way just through vote counting to get there. He's got some legal strategies and he's got the PR strategies. None of them are really working. But I think what he is building to, Donald Trump, is a decision point whether to pull the nuclear option. And the nuclear option would be to legally challenge the certification of results in certain states. Now, good attorneys would tell you it would be a meritless claim, and they are right. But it still is a claim that he could push through the process. And from a public affairs and democracy protection standpoint, it could really begin to tear at the unity that Joe Biden's trying to achieve going into the inauguration.
Hey there, I'm Chris Hayes from MSNBC. Thanks for watching MSNBC on YouTube. If you want to keep up to date with the videos we're putting out, you can click subscribe just below me or click over on this list to see lots of other great videos.